Hi friends, today we are going to see about partial fraction. So what is partial fraction and what are the occasions we are going to use partial fractions and what are the types, that and all we are going to see. Anyhow, in this session we are going to see the first type of the partial fraction. Before that we are going to see what is partial fraction. So this method is used to decompose a given rational expression into simpler fractions. So mainly partial fraction is used to help to use the decomposition of the rational expressions. For example, there is any rational expression in the form of p by q. That means then only we can call that as a rational expression. For example, if there is a function in the numerator and there is a function in the denominator, then we call that as a rational expression. Okay, so how you decompose this rational expression? If the when there is a function either f of x or g of x, you can easily find the power of the function. See that x square plus 1, so the numerator power is 2, higher order, like we can say that, right? So the power of x is the power of the numerator, we can say. So the power of the numerator is 2, here the power of the denominator is 1. So when the power of the numerator is greater than the power of the denominator, then you have to divide the functions. The usual normal algebraic division, right? So you can take a note of this. So power of numerator is greater than or equal to power of the denominator. So numerator I just denote as nr and denominator as dr. Okay. In this case you have to divide the function. Okay, or else what is the other condition? The power of numerator is less than the power of the denominator. So in such cases you have to go with the partial fractions. There are three methods. So in this session we are going to see the first method. Before that I just help you to find the division. Okay, so decompose this rational. Look at this rational. The numerator power is 2, right? The denominator power is 1. The numerator power is greater than the denominator power. So we are going to use the normal division. So normal division in your school days you have divide, but you might forget now. So we are going to do this. So this x square plus 1 is in the numerator. So we are going to take that inside the division. So x square, there is no x term, so you have to consider it as 0x, and there is a constant term, that is 1. What is the denominator? That is this is the divisor, right? So we want to cancel out this x square. So if you want to cancel out the x square, you have to multiply with x. So x into x will be x square, right? X into 1 will be x. You have to subtract these two equations. So plus x square minus x square will get cancelled. Plus into minus will be minus x, and this will be 1. So there is already a x. So if you replace with 1, simply replace with 1 and multiply with 1. So 1 into the same term, okay, 1 into x is x, 1 into 1 will be 1. So if you add minus x plus x will be 0, and 1 plus 1 will be 2, right? So it's simply 2. So what we are going to do is, this can be written as, in general, suppose you are dividing 6 with 5. What you are doing, you have to find how many 5 terms inside the 6. So 1 5s are 5, right? So remaining will be 1. So whenever there is a division, like a numerator by denominator, you have to write in terms of the addition of the quotient remainder, right? That I am going to teach how to do. So this you have to write, this I am denoting as quotient, and this is your remainder, and this is your divisor. Always you have to write the quotient plus remainder divided by the divisor. So for in this particular problem, quotient is 1 and remainder is 5, and divisor is 5 and remainder is 1. If you simplify this fractions, that means addition, you will get the same function, right? The 6 by 5, you will get the same thing. So here also you are going to write in the same formula, quotient remainder plus divisor. What is your quotient here? This is your quotient, this is your remainder, and this is your divisor, right? So what is your quotient? Quotient is x plus 1, quotient plus remainder is 2, and divisor is x plus 1. This is the simplified form or decompositional form of this particular function x square plus 1 divided by x plus 1. In the similar manner, we are going to see this problem also. The problem is x square by x minus 1. Very simply, you can identify this. The numerator, if you add the plus or minus 1, you will get x square minus 1 square, or that can be written as x square minus 1 square, that is x plus 1 into x minus 1. See, I am explaining you. So x square plus 1 minus 1 will not change the numerator value, right? Adding a constant to that particular term and subtracting the same term will not modify that function, divided by x minus 1. So this can be written as x square minus 1 square plus 1 divided by x minus 1, right? So this numerator will be x plus 1 into x minus 1, because a square minus b square plus 1 divided by x minus 1. In this, x minus 1 is common, so x plus 1 divided by x minus 1, that means x minus 1 is in the numerator also, the first term. The second term is also x minus 1. So now this term will get cancelled. So this will be x plus 1 plus 1 by x minus 1. Okay. Or else you can go with the division method also. So in the division method, you know it is just x square. So I can write it as x square. There is no x term, so it will be 0x, and there is no constant term, so I just write it as 0. So what is your denominator? Your denominator is x minus 1. So it is x minus 1. You are going to multiply with the x, because the higher power is x square. Already you have x power 1. You have to multiply with x alone it enough. So x into x will be x square. X into minus 1 will be minus x, and you have to subtract these two things. So minus and plus, this will get cancelled. Minus into plus will be, sorry, minus and plus. So this, we are changing this into plus. So plus x plus 0, right? So, and what are the things will get cancelled? Here it is x and here it is also x, so we can consider as 1. 1 into x will be x, 1 into minus 1 will be minus 1. So when I change the sign, minus and plus, this will get cancelled and this will be 1. So what is our formula? Quotient plus remainder divided by the divisor. What is my quotient? My quotient is x plus 1, right? What is my remainder? My remainder is 1 divided by the divisor is x minus 1. This is what the same answer which we get here, right? So whatever may be the method, if you simplify it into a particular form, that means if you decompose a fraction, that will give the same answer, right? So this is the division method, or else we can simplify by using any other algebraic expressions, right? Now we are going to see the partial fraction type 1. So in this particular type, the denominator is the multiplication of two fractions of power 1. See, the power of x is 1, and these two factors are in multiplication. Either it can be in plus or it can be in minus. So in such case, you have to consider to the addition of two fractions. That fraction is I am considering as c by x plus r minus alpha, and d divided by x plus r minus beta. See, the fraction which are in the denominator, I am separating with addition. That is what our main motto. So now we are going to decompose this fraction, 1 divided by x plus 1 into x plus 2. Solution. So this is my fraction. The numerator is just a constant. Simply it is b alone. There is no ax. That means x term is not there. 1 divided by x plus 1 into x plus 2. Right. So this I can write it here. They have mentioned it as c, but there is no a, b, and also I can mention it as a, right? So any other variable, x, y, whatever may be, but it should be some in capital letter, because see that here we are mentioning this x in small letter, right? So you have to mention that variable into capital letter. So I am here mentioning it as capital A divided by x plus 1 plus capital B divided by x plus 2. That's it. This is what the main part of the type 1. So I split into addition of two fractions. That's over. Then we are going to simplify these two. So we are going to take LCM. Our left hand side and right hand side, the denominator should be same. So we are going to make this denominator. So the denominator to be same. The denominator is x plus 1 into x plus 2. So the numerator has to multiply with the term which is not in the denominator. Look at this. In the first term you have x plus 1. That means x plus 2 term is missing. You have to multiply the numerator and denominator with x plus 2. If I multiply the numerator with x plus 2, then it will be a into x plus 2. If I multiply the denominator with x plus 2, then it will give the same denominator, right? Yes. Then if then I will go with the next term. So what is the missing term here? X plus 1. If I multiply the numerator with the x plus 1, this will be b into x plus 1. If I multiply with the term denominator with x plus 1, then it will be give the denominator. So 1 divided by x plus 1 into x plus 2. Yes. So now the denominators are same. So they will get cancelled. We are going to consider only the numerator. The numerator part is 1 is equal to a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1, right? It is simply with x only. So you can go with substitution method and easily you can find the answer. So first I am going to find for which randomly I can select my x so that I can substitute the x value in this particular equation and I can solve and find the values of a and b. So in this part there are two factors. The first factor is x plus 2 and the second factor is x plus 1. So I am going to consider any one of them. For example, I am considering this x plus 2. I want to make this to be equal to 0. If I made this to be equal to 0, then I can easily find my b, right? So I just consider my x plus 2 and I want to make this to be 0. So what will be my x? My x will be minus 2. In the second case, I will consider the second factor, that is x plus 1. I want to make this to be 0 so that my x will be minus 1. So these are the two values we are going to substitute in this equation. So in this equation if you substitute, then you will easily find the values of a and b. Okay. So this is my first equation. I am going to substitute x is equal to minus 2 in this equation. Left hand side will be as it is because that is constant only. So 1 is equal to a into minus 2 plus 2 plus b into minus 2 plus 1. Right? Minus 2 plus 2 will be 0. 0 into anything will be 0, right? So this will be minus 2 into plus 1 will be minus 1, right? This will be minus 1 and which implies that there is a left hand side 1 as it is and 0 into anything will be 0 and b into minus 1 will be minus b. So minus b is equal to 1, which implies that your b is equal to minus 1. Okay. So now we found b. Now we are going to find a. So for a, put x is equal to minus 1. So we have equation 1. Our first equation is nothing but 1 is equal to a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1. So I am going to substitute x is equal to minus 1 in this. So left hand side as it is, a into minus 1 plus 2 plus b into minus 1 plus 1. What is minus 1 plus 1? That will be 0. 0 into anything will be 0. And this will be a into 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1. So which implies that a equal to 1. So we found that our a equal to 1 and our b is equal to minus 1. We are going to substitute these two values in the equation. That means the very first one. 1 divided by x plus 1 into x plus 2 can be expressed as the addition of the expressions a divided by x plus 1 plus b divided by x plus 2. Now we found that a is equal to 1. So it is 1 by x plus 1 and b is minus 1. So minus 1 by x plus 2. So what is this meaning of this fraction into addition of subtraction of fractions? See that if the fraction is in the denominator, if it is in multiplication, we cannot simplify it or using some integration and differentiation. If we split up this equation into two parts, that it will be very easy. Okay, this is the main purpose of this partial fraction. If you decompose a fraction, then it will be very easy to modify it or else finding the solution of that particular expression. See that it is 1 by x plus 1 minus 1 by x plus 2. We can verify by using simplified it. So verification. So I can check whether I have done the process correctly. Verification. What I have done, it is 1 by x plus 1 minus 1 by x plus 2. So I am going to find whether it gives the question. So I am just taking a multiplication like a LCM. So I just multiply 1 with x plus 2. This will be x plus 2 and there is a negative sign minus, and I just multiply this 1 with x plus 1. So it is x plus 1 divided by the denominator will get multiplied, right? So it is x plus 1 into x plus 2. So this will be x plus 2 minus x minus 1 divided by x plus 1 into x plus 2. So minus x and plus x will get cancelled. 2 minus 1 will be 1 divided by x plus 1 into x plus 2. So the answer which we found is very correct. Okay. So you can do this verifications also so that you can confidently leave the examination hall, right? So the next part, decompose the fraction x divided by x minus 1 into 2x plus 1. So in this particular problem, look at the numerator, there is a x term. So in the previous problem we have only constant term, but in this problem we are having x term. And see the denominator, it is a multiplication of two factors, but in the denominator there is a coefficient before this 2, before this x, okay. That is what a little bit different from the previous one. So the same pattern only. So solution. So this x divided by x minus 1 into 2x plus 1 can be written as addition of two fractions a divided by x minus 1 plus b divided by 2x plus 1, right? This is what we have done in the previous problem, right? So now I am going to take the LCM. So a into the LCM means the denominator should be same as the right hand side. So this will be x minus 1 into 2x plus 1. So what is the missing term in this denominator? X minus 1 is there, 2x plus 1 is not there. So I have to multiply the 2x plus 1 in the numerator and the denominator. So this will be 2x plus 1 into a. And look at the second term, 2x plus 1 is here, but x minus 1 is not here. So I have to multiply x minus 1 in the numerator. So b into x minus 1, right? So the left hand side is as it is, x minus 1 into 2x plus 1. So the denominator is common, it will get cancelled, and one numerator is there. So x is equal to a into 2x plus 1 plus b into x minus 1. So I just take this as equation 1. Now I am going to find the random numbers which can be gives are a and b. So I just want to find, I want to make this 2x plus 1 to be 0. So if I want to make this 2x plus 1 to be equal to 0, so what will be my x? So 2x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to minus 1. If I substitute x is equal to minus 1, and I can easily find that I can find b, okay. Similarly, x minus 1 is another factor. So if I want to make this to be 0, so my x will be 1. So what are the two numbers I have to substitute? X is equal to minus 1 by 2 and x is equal to 1. So in this, put x is equal to minus 1 by 2, right, in equation 1. So what will be your LHS? So your x will be minus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 2 is equal to a into 2 into minus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus b into minus 1 by 2 minus 1. So this will be a into 2 will get cancelled. This will be minus 1, this will be plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 will be 0 plus minus of minus 1. So minus 1 by 2 minus 1, this can be simplified by using LCM. You have to, so if there is nothing there, you have to consider as 1. So the denominator you have to make this to be 2. So you have to multiply the numerator and denominator with 2. So it is minus 1 minus 2 divided by 2. So it is minus 3 by 2. So it is b into minus 3 by 2. This is minus 1 by 2. Okay. So what we are having now, minus 1 by 2 into, equal to minus 3 by 2 into b. So minus and minus will get cancelled, 2 and 2 will get cancelled, which implies that 1 is equal to 3b. When this 3 go to another side, here it is in multiplication, so that will be in division. So our b is equal to 1 by 3. Okay. Our b is equal to 1 by 3. Next we are going to substitute x is equal to 1 in equation 1. So put x is equal to 1 in equation 1. So for that I just write my equation 1. My equation 1 is equal to x is equal to a into 2x plus 1 plus b into x minus 1. So replace x with 1. So this will be 1 is equal to a into 2 into 1 plus 1 plus b into 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 into anything will be 0. So I have only first term a equal a into 2 into 1 will be 2 plus 1, 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, so it is 3a. 1 is equal to 3a. When this 3 here it is multiplication, when that go to the another side that will be in division. So a is equal to 1 by 3. Okay, so we have our a and b. We are going to substitute in that for very first equation, that is x divided by x minus 1 into 2x plus 1 equal to a divided by, sorry, a divided by x minus 1 plus b divided by 2x plus 1. Okay, so a is 1 by 3, so 1 by 3 into 1 by x minus 1, or b is also 1 by 3, so 1 by 3 into 1 divided by 2x plus 1. Okay, this is what the final answer. Okay, we are moving with the moving to the next problem. Decompose the fraction 1 divided by x minus 1 into x square minus 5x plus 6. Look at this problem. It is not coming under category, but we can factorize this quadratic equation. So that this is a quadratic equation, x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay, so we in our elementary school we used to solve by using tree method, right? When two terms are multiplied, then it will get it will be 6, and addition of two terms will give 5. So I am considering 2 and 3. 2 3s are 6, so the multiplication term has arrived. But what about the addition? 2 plus 3 is minus 5. No, it is 5 only. So I just put a minus sign. So this will not change the multiplication factor, because minus into minus will be plus. 2 3s are 6. If you add these two terms, you'll get minus 5. So I can easily factor this as x minus 2 into x minus 3, right? So solution. So this problem is x minus 1 into x square minus 5x plus 6 can be written as 1 divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3. These are because x minus 2 and x minus 3 are the factors of x square minus 5x plus 6. So I just write it as 1 divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3. Now we know that this is coming under the first type, right? So I can write it as a divided by x minus 1 plus b divided by x minus 2 plus c divided by x minus 3. So the numerator is 1 divided by, the left hand side will be 1 divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3. Now we are going to take the LCM. Keep the left hand side as it is, 1 divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3. So that LCM is same. That means x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3. So you have to multiply the numerator with the missing terms. So that, see the denominator x minus 1 is here. What are the missing terms? X minus 2 and x minus 3. So you have to multiply with those two terms, x minus 2 into x minus 3 plus and b into x minus 2 is here. What are the missing terms? X minus 1 into x minus 3. So x minus 1 into x minus 3. Similarly, see that in the c denominator there is x minus 3. So x minus 3 is there. What are the missing terms? X minus 1 and x minus 2. So you have to multiply the numerator with x minus 1 into x minus 2. So if the denominator will get cancelled, so your terms will be 1 is equal to a into x minus 2 into x minus 3 plus b into x minus 1 into x minus 3 plus c into x minus 1 into x minus 2. Mark it as equation 1. So we are going to make this sum of the terms to be 0. So how to find that terms? I just find the roots of the factor. That means x minus 2, if I put a 1 to this to be 0, so this will x is equal to, it will give x is equal to 2. So one random value of x is equal to 2. And x minus 3 is equal to 0 means x is equal to 3. So you have to substitute x is equal to 3. and x minus 1 equal to 0 will gives you x is equal to 1. So you have to substitute x is equal to 1 also. So put x is equal to 1 in equation 1. So I am substituting x is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to a into 1 minus 2 into 1 minus 3 plus b into 1 minus 1 into 1 minus 3 plus c into 1 minus 1 into 1 minus 2. See, this 1 minus 1 is 0 and this 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 into anything will be 0. That means this second term is completely 0 and this third term is also 0. So we have a into 1 minus 2 is minus 1. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. This is 1. Okay. Minus into minus will be plus. So 2a. We have 1 is equal to 2a, which gives that a is equal to 1 by 2. With this 2 is in multiplication, when it go to another side that will be in division. So a equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Next we are going to substitute in the next equation. That means next value in the same equation. So our equation 1 is 1 is equal to a into x minus 2 into x minus 3 plus b into x minus 1 into x minus 3 plus c into x minus 1 into x minus 2. Now I am going to substitute put x is equal to 2 in equation 1. So this is my equation 1. So I am going to substitute x is equal to 2. So left hand side 1 will be as it is. 1 is equal to a into 2 minus 2, 2 minus 3 plus b into 2 minus 1, 2 minus 3 plus c into 2 minus 1, 2 minus 2. Okay, this 2 minus 2 will gives you 0. This 2 minus 2 will gives you 0, but only the middle term is here. So that is b. b 2 minus 1 is 1 and 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So which gives you 1 is equal to minus b, which implies that b is equal to minus 1. Okay. Next, same value, that means same equation, you are going to substitute x is equal to 3. Put x is equal to 3 in equation 1. So left hand side 1 as it is, a into 3 minus 2 into 3 minus 3 plus b into 3 minus 1 into 3 minus 3 plus c into 3 minus 1 into 3 minus 2. Okay, so this 3 minus 3 will gives you 0, this 3 minus 3 will be 0, and this 3 minus 1, only the third term is here. So c into 3 minus 1 is 2, 3 minus 2 is 1, so it is 2ca, right? So we have 1 is equal to 2c, which implies that c is equal to 1 by 2. We already have a is equal to 1 by 2 with us. So now we are going to substitute all these terms in the first equation. That means 1 divided by x minus 1 into x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to, we have a divided by x minus 1 plus b divided by x minus 2 plus c divided by x minus 3. Now we are going to substitute all these values, okay? So a already we have found on the previous slide, a is equal to 1 by 2. Now I am going to substitute, so 1 by 2 into 1 divided by x minus 1, our b is minus 1, so this plus will be minus, minus 1 by x minus 2 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by x minus 3. So this is the decomposition of this partial fraction, this fraction. So next, in the next class we are going to see the next type of partial fraction. Thank you, students.